Hi guys, welcome back to my channel ArtsyPutsy with me Putsy, and for today's video I'm going to try to recreate one of Sophdoesnails makeup tutorial. Everybody has this video up on their channel months ago, and then I just started to try to make one myself now. So I know it's very late. I have this palette and I haven't tried this one yet. I know this is the original Soph X Makeup Revolution. It's their first like the original collaboration. Sophie already has another collaboration with Makeup Revolution, but I haven't had any chance to buy that palette. I will try to get my hands on that palette, but for now this is what I have, and I was thinking of making some kind of review video, but I know it's going to be very late because this palette already out on the market since months ago. So I was thinking maybe instead of making a review, I will just have to make a makeup tutorial with it. I know Soph already have a few tutorial using this particular palette, so I was thinking maybe make this kind of video instead. It's going to be a fun one, I think. So if you are curious to see if my attempt to try to recreate Sophdoesnails makeup tutorial is going to be a success or not, then just keep on watching. The makeup tutorial I'm going to try to recreate is her 100% Drugstore Christmas Glow Up makeup tutorial. I know this is a Christmas makeup tutorial and it's summertime. I know it's maybe kind of weird to try to recreate that look for this time of the year, but on that video she uses some products that I know I have on my collection because I don't have that many makeup right now in my collection. I want to do a tutorial where I can use similar products to what she used on that video, as many as I can, and I think in this video I have the same foundation, concealer, eyeshadow palette, so not everything will be the same. I know, I'm so sorry, but at least it's not just one. So I'm going to put that video right here, and I'm also going to watch her tutorial here on my phone as we go along. So here we go.
I should probably take these off. My hair is annoying me so much. So I have my little festive cat ears on, which are from Claire's. Wait one sec, I want to take them off because they're a bit tight. I want to see if I can... So I've moisturised my face for my primer today. For my primer today, I'm using the Body Shop All-in-One 5 Action Perfector Insta Blur. And this is kind of like a dupe for the Benefit Professional.
So she already moisturized her face because it's nighttime here when I'm filming this, so I'm not going to put any skincare product because I know I'm just going to take it off right after I make this video. So I don't have anything on my face, and I don't have the primer that she uses. She uses the Body Shop Insta Blur primer, which is kind of a dupe for the Benefit Professional primer, and I have two silicone based primer as well. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin, and this is the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel. Both of them are smoothing and kind of fill in the pores a little bit, so I think I'm going to use one of these. Maybe the Baby Skin one, I don't know.
I never used to like these silicone-y primers, but I think I figured out that it's because the only thing I don't like about this one is it literally just balls up and falls off your finger. Yeah, I think the reason that I didn't like these silicone type primers is because I was either using a foundation that didn't agree with them, or I was using a buffing brush, and I find that they work a lot better with a beauty blender. This does actually like mattify your face in those areas. Then for my foundation, I am going to use my favourite foundation of all time is the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Full Coverage Foundation. I wear the shade, I think it's just the lightest shade, which is called True Ivory. And then this beauty blender is like the Makeup Revolution one. I'm just using this because I used it earlier for a video.
So for foundation, she uses this Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Full Coverage Foundation, which I do have on hand right now, and I'm in the shade 128 Warm Nude. I have a review on this foundation up on my channel, so I'm going to link that video up here and also down below just in case you are interested. But I think my opinion about this foundation changed a little bit. I liked this when I tried this on my review, but now This foundation is the one I have been using for the past couple of weeks. I found a better way to like this foundation even more now. And when I test this foundation out, it was very hot and humid, so I don't know, it works better now for me than some of my other foundation. She basically put this foundation all over her face, like, and she uses quite a lot. She loves a full coverage foundation, so, and she uses beauty blender or just a beauty sponge to blend her foundation, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm sorry this is very dirty, but I just used this yesterday, so I'm going to clean this right after this video.
So it's still damp and I can't be bothered to go wet my real one. Like, look how nice that coverage is.
So I'm just going to apply some more in places I feel like I need more foundation, because I obviously have a lot more places I need to cover than her.
It's definitely the most full coverage drugstore foundation I've ever come across. For my concealer, I'm using my collection Lasting Perfection, and I'm pretty sure I used this in my last year's Christmas tutorial, but I haven't used it in a while, so I thought I would bring it back today.
She uses the collection Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer, which I do have. So I first tried this in one of my makeup first impressions, and I do really like this concealer. It blends really nicely, it feels very lightweight, it has a really good coverage as well. But one thing I do not really like about this concealer is it does kind of oxidize, but that's fine. I still really like this. So on the video she used this concealer in like a triangular shape, which I usually does as well. She also has this like in the center of her nose and also around her nose. If you really want to find a good concealer from the drugstore, very affordable, blends nicely and doesn't crease, this is the one to try. But unfortunately it's a little bit hard to get because this is from UK. I mean, I'm not from UK, I'm not even from US, so whatever makeup it is from US, from UK, it's still very hard to get for me, so it's the same.
I can't fully cover this spot, but I think I'm just gonna leave it because clearly it wants to celebrate Christmas with me. Then for my powder, I'm using...
By the way, she's a very funny person. I really love watching her videos. I'm like obsessed with her, and I'm on her notification squad, on her YouTube, on her Instagram, on her Twitter. She tweets a lot.
The Revlon Photo Ready powder in Fair, and I'm gonna try and... oh, I've just realised I haven't brought my brushes over here. That is a slight mistake. I'll be right back. Oh, God. That was not the...
I also haven't bring my brushes here to my table, and I didn't do that on purpose. I'm not trying to recreate this part, but unfortunately I don't, so wait.
Sorry, camera. Okay, let's try that again. This does have a little mirror in it, which is kind of handy. And I think this gives a bit of extra coverage. Let's try it. Did that cover up my blemish anymore? I really, really like this powder. It makes my face look really flawless.
I don't have that powder, but I do have the Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder, which is the powder I always use on like every single day basically. I really like this powder, and I'm going to use this brush right here. She uses two brushes as well, a smaller one and also a big powder brush. What? Brush? No. Why would she powder her face with the brush? I mean brush. She uses a smaller brush and then a big but large powder brush. God, why was it so hard? So I'm going to use two brushes as well. I'm going to use this first one to set my under eye area. Also on my eyelid, just because I already put concealer there. And to set the rest of my face, I'm going to use this large powder brush from Real Techniques.
Okay, then for my contour, I am going to use something a little bit different. I'm going to use this little LA Girl Pro Contour Powder. I'm also going to use this as bronzer, just because it's an in-between sort of colour. It's not too cool, but it's not too warm.
I don't have that one, but I have this Wet n Wild Megaglo Contouring Palette Contour in Dulce de Leche. I already used this in a couple of my videos, I think. But it's basically the same concept with the LA Girl one. Have two different powder. The darker side for contour or bronzer, the other side is for like highlight or set your under eye. It's quite similar to the one she uses on her video, because it's not too cool, it's not too warm, so you can use this to contour your face, but also use this kind of bronze your face a little bit, or just give a nice shadow to your face. And I'm also going to use this brush. I don't have the exact same brush or a white hair brush, but it has a very similar shape. I mean, it's dirty.
I'm then just going to go over my hairline with a tiny bit of the Body Shop Honey Bronzer in the shade 01, which is the lightest shade. This is a really, really pale bronzer, but I just want to, I don't know, I haven't used it in ages. I want to see how it works. Did that do anything?
To further bronze her face, she uses the Body Shop Honey Bronzer. It's pretty light for her and it's pretty natural, which is why I'm going to use this Catrice Sun Glow Matte Bronzing Powder in medium skin. It's a really good bronzer for my skin tones. It's pretty neutral and it's very soft and subtle, but it blends really nicely. You can really build them up. And she uses the same brush, which is why I'm going to use the same brush. I mean, why not? Based on her video, I think her brush is a little bit more flimsy, a little bit more fluffy than this one. This one is a little bit more dense.
Okay, so I never normally wear blush, but I thought it's Christmas, I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna use the Natural Collection. Oh, this is broken. The Natural Collection blush in Peach Melba.
I don't have that blush, obviously, but I have this one. This is from e.l.f. blush palette in dark. I think I'm going to use this one because this is like a peach blush. I don't know, maybe it will look kind of similar.
I'm just using a really small bit of this on my dirty contour brush. I really need to wash this. How gross does that look? Was that too much? I don't know. I don't like blush very much.
I feel like that's too much. That's too much, right? Ugh.
So in this video, I'm going to be using both of my palettes with Makeup Revolution, the eyeshadow one and the highlighter one, just because you guys asked if I would use them in a Christmas tutorial because I haven't used them in a while. So for my highlighter, I'm going to take a mixture of this shade and this shade. I'm just going to glow my face up.
She uses her Soph X Makeup Revolution highlighter palette. I don't know why I didn't buy that palette when I bought this eyeshadow, because I honestly regret that decision. I will definitely buy that highlighter palette sooner or later because that palette looks amazing. A lot of people raves about that particular highlighter palette, so I will buy that palette in the future. But for now, she uses the first two shades. It's white one and more like a champagne-y one. And the white one for sure will be way too light for my skin, and I don't have a white highlight palette anyway, so I'm going to use this Essence Pure Nude highlighter because I feel like it has a very similar color to the one she uses on her palette, but the formula I'm pretty sure will be very different because this one is way more subtle.
I am still not over the fact that Nikki Tutorials owns these palettes. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then head over to my second channel. And then for my brow bone and my nose, I take this really small like Body Shop eyeshadow brush, and I just find it so much easier to use one of these to highlight these smaller areas of my face, because before, when I highlighted my nose, I tended to highlight my entire nose because my brush is quite big. So if you just use this, you can get that really precise You can buy these in Superdrug or on the Superdrug website or on the Tan Beauty website, which is Makeup Revolution's website. And Makeup Revolution also have an American website now. For my brows, I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil just to fill them in a little bit more.
So for her brow, she uses the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in taupe and ash brown, but I don't have that pencil brush. What? I don't have that brow pencil. I mean, it's basically the same eyebrow pencil, which has two different sides. One is a spoolie, one is a pencil, so it's technically still the same, right?
This pencil has pretty much run out, so I'm gonna switch to the shade Ash Brown. I have no idea if this one will work for me, but let's give it a try.
I mean, look at my brow. It looks really crazy, but okay. In real life, it's not that bad, but in my viewfinder here, it looks really crazy, so I don't know which one I have to trust. So for the eyeshadow, of course, we're going to use the Soph X Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette, and this is what it looks like. I haven't tried this on my eyes yet, but I already swatched them and I like the color selection. It has a huge amazing mirror. You can travel with this and you have all these amazing colors in here. You can create so many different looks, more neutral, more clear, more colorful, like.
So for my eyes, I'm gonna take the shade Cup of Tea from my palette and just run this through my crease. This is just a, whoa!
I thought it won't show up on my skin all that much, but actually it shows up really nicely. I mean, you can definitely see the color and it's quite pigmented and quite easy to blend, honestly.
Too much. And then going in with Peaches, which is this one here, and this one is a bit more of a peach color as opposed to orange.
And then after that she applied the color Peach. Where is that one? What? Peach? Oh, just below it.
And again, I'm just gonna run that through my crease. Okay, and then continuing to deepen this up a bit, I'm gonna take the shade Danger, which is the red, and I'm again running this through my crease. I'm gonna try and do like a cut crease, and I want to use the red because I'm gonna do like a red, green, and gold and do like the most festive look ever, so.
So basically she just continuously to deepen up her crease little by little. Next she uses this color right here, the red one, and it's called Danger.
Let's pack this on. I'm just going to take a slightly smaller blending brush to do this, just so I can get a lot of red pigment in the crease. And then just keep blending over those edges. Since this time last year, I don't really think my makeup skills have changed that much, which is quite sad. You would think that I would have got so much better. Oh, by the way, I'm just going in with Pancake and Penguin.
Oh, she picked up Pancakes and Penguin, which is the first two shades right here, just to blend the edges a little bit more. And I know Penguin will be a little bit like, it's gonna be too light for me, but I'm going to use more the Pancakes than the Penguin. Am I saying Penguin right or wrong?
Oh, by the way, I'm just going in with Pancake and Penguin just to soften those edges a little bit more. I'm just going back in with the red in my crease again, just to like intensify it even more.
And then use a smaller blending brush again, and then intensify the red a little bit more, like she said.
Before I cut my crease. Not with a pair of scissors, with concealer. When you look in the viewfinder, it looks so scary. And then taking a flat brush. This one is by Sigma, but I don't really use any other Sigma brushes because I think they're hella expensive. So to cut my crease, I'm going to use the Soap & Glory Kick-Ass Concealer. Wait, do I want to add a darker colour in my crease before I do this? I'm gonna go in with a tiny bit of Pumpkin, which is the bright orange,
right,
and I'm gonna mix it with Mug Cake. Just to make like a warm brown kind of colour. And then again, I'm just adding a little bit of these into the crease. Okay, now I'm gonna cut my crease.
Now it's time to cut the crease with the concealer, and I'm just going to use the concealer we used before for our face, which is the Collection Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer. So she cut her crease like half or full, I don't know.
I'm going to use some glitter with this, so you don't need to get the cut crease absolutely perfect because you can kind of like fix it with glitter. I'm just going to set this in place with some of the shade Pancake briefly.
She uses the shade Pancakes, and that's what I'm gonna do as well.
And then I'm taking a small brush and I'm then taking the shade Pine Tree, and this is the whole reason I put this in the palette, because I wanted to do a Christmas look with it. I'm just going to pack this all over my lid.
Oh yeah.
If you want to intensify it, you could use a fixing spray. But I mean, I'm just going to use my brush. Or you could use your fingers.
By the way, just by swatching them, I already know that this Pine Tree one will look amazing on the eyes because it feels very smooth, like it's not chunky at all. Unlike the pink champagne one, that one is a little bit sheer, a little bit more glittery, a little bit more chunky. You definitely need to pack the pink champagne one with a fixing spray or something like that. You need to use a wet brush or just your finger, but Pine Tree, I mean, you can, but you don't really need to do that. I mean, wow, that's really nice.
I'm probably going to do this in a funny order, but next I just want to get something along my lower lash line. So I'm going to take a bit of the shade Danger again and just run that along my lower lash line. By the way, you could do the exact same look and use Mixed Berries, which is the bright purple shade, and use that on your lid instead. And do a kind of like cranberry Christmas look. Actually, I might put a bit of that shade on my lower lash line, because why not? And then taking the shade Sparks Fly, which is this gold, and I'm just going to put this on my inner corners. And then before I add the glitter, I'm then just going to go back in with my blending brush and a bit of the shade Danger and Mug Cake, and I'm just going to add those to the outer corner just to blend this in a little bit. I'm taking one of these Collection Glam Crystals glitter eyeliners. These are both the exact same shade. This one has kind of gone old, so I'm not going to use that. This is the shade Funk, and I'm just going to take some of this and I'm going to apply it like along the line of the cut crease, if that makes sense.
I don't have a glitter liner or any liquid glitter, but I do have this Colourpop Supernova shadow in Walk of Fame. It's gold, but a little bit more bronzy than what she uses in her video, I think. I mean, it's a little bit darker, but I'm going to try to use this. And she used the glitter along where the line of her cut crease, which is what I'm gonna do as well. So I'm just going to put this on the back of my hand and then apply that to the line with a small liner like this.
Hey! God, it's so hard to keep my arm still. I'm then gonna wait for this to dry.
I mean, it's not completely glittery and it's not the same at all, but I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, it still looks gold. So the next step is to put a black liquid liner and also mascara and falsies, but as I applied my liquid liner and mascara, my camera died and I didn't notice, so I'm so sorry for that. But yeah, I already applied black liquid liner and I used the Essence Liquid Ink Eyeliner Waterproof. I quite like this. It's pretty black and very matte. But yeah, I messed up a little bit in this side. I mean, it's not completely the same, but pretend it's the same. Like eyeliner and eyebrow today is not, just they don't want to cooperate. I'm not a big fan of falsies and I don't really use falsies anyway, Sometimes I do. I mean, I can, but at the same time it's already late at night, and right after I film this video I'm just going to take everything off my face again. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm kind of cheating a little bit here because I'm supposed to put on falsies, but yeah, she put on falsies, so I'm just going to skip that and apply. The last step of this look is lipstick.
Let's go with red. Let's do an all-out festive look. So I'm taking the NYX lip liner in the shade Alabama, and I'm gonna line my lips.
And she used a lip liner which is more like a deeper red. I'm going to apply this Beige Cosmetic waterproof lip liner in Spice.
Now I remember why I never wear red lips. I'm gonna fill them in using the Body Shop Sydney Amaryllis liquid lipstick. Oh my god, I love the smell of these so much. I don't really like red lips on me, but it'll have to do.
So this is the finished look. What do you think? Does this look similar or not? But I'm pretty sure she does a better job than me, but I think I'm doing quite well. So yeah, I like the finished look. First of all, I love the eyeshadow palette. She does a really good job with this palette. I understand the hype because this is such an amazing palette, amazing price, very affordable, amazing packaging, amazing color selection. Like you can create so many looks with this, and amazing formula as well. It's quite pigmented. The shimmery one, I mean, this looks amazing without wet brush. I mean, you can see, and then the matte shadows blends really nicely, and I like this palette. And overall, I love the way she created this look. I don't know, I love everything about this look. It looks very festive and not very summery, but yeah. And if you never heard of Sophdoesnails, I mean, you have to check out her channel because she's amazing, and also watch her videos. So I'm going to link the video that I use as a reference, and also the link to her channel down below, so you can check that out. You have to subscribe to her channel and you have to watch her videos because honestly she deserves way more subscribers. Like, she deserves millions of subscribers already. But yeah, so if you stumble across this video and you haven't heard of her, please subscribe to her channel, and also subscribe to mine because I don't have a lot of subscribers. So, but regardless whether you like this video or not, or whether you're going to subscribe to my channel or not, I just want to say thank you so much for watching my videos, and I hope I can see you in my next one. Bye guys. And also on her, what is this part? I suddenly forgot. So she uses a glitter from